Hello, divine creators. Welcome to the Mela Universe. We are the last three. Thank you so much for joining us. Beautiful beings, this is a collective reading, and this is for September 2023. Beautiful beings, let us see what's coming through at this time for September 2023. We trust you are well. We trust that you are allowing yourself gentility and tranquility and peace and love and nurture at this time through your transformation, through your transition period. Many of us, many of you, going through a transition period, an awakening period, a releasing of the old and a beginning of the new. And there's a lot of emotional healing. You might be feeling quite emotional at this time. A bit introspective at this time, energy shifts at this time, for you are truly awakening to the newness of you. As you remember that celebration card we picked, or we received rather, during our spirit check, of good things coming through, of good celebration, of positive outcomes, that is foretold, that is becoming, that is destined, and that is set. And so the only work is now us being compatible to this celebration, to that positive outcome. And those outcomes are of our butterfly frequency, of the authentic Aquarian frequency. So at this time there is a releasing, a death of all that was you, in order to embrace the fullness of you. So you might be feeling a little down out of the blue, feeling a bit emotional out of the blue, irritable, a little bit not centered out of the blue. Some of you are feeling fine. Okay, some of you it's perfectly fine, not really feeling any shifts in any of your emotional body. But for others, you might be feeling particularly sensitive at this time, and that is as you are crossing over, as all of your physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental frequencies are transitioning and are transforming into the truth of you. So it's a bit of a mourning period as you release and let go of all that you were, okay? And so whatever it is that perhaps still needs to be released, a perception, a thought, a way of conditioning, a codependency, a attachment of sorts, whatever might be lingering there which you are not aware of is coming to the surface, right? That's why perhaps you're still reactive to it. That's why you're still feeling the feels you're feeling, is because Source is saying, hey, guess what? If this comes up, if this thought comes up, if this behavior comes up, if this perception comes up, look at how it still affects you emotionally. Look at how it still lingers there in the emotional body. Look at what you're still reactive to, okay? So it is not you doing worse. It's not you going to it down, because we do feel, some of you might be feeling, oh no, what's happening now? We thought it was going to be good, and now all of a sudden we're feeling bad. And it's not that things are going worse. It is literally you bringing everything that could potentially elicit a sadness, a frustration, an irritation, something that is not a positive frequency within you, is coming to the surface, so that you may still see, oh, look at how you're still reacting in this way. Look at how you're still believing in this way. Look at how you're still holding this perception or this outlook on an experience, and look at how it doesn't serve you. Okay, so just be gentle with you and tender and caring with you, with yourselves, beautiful beings. You are doing beautifully well, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. We know we're having a bit of a giggle as we are saying this, because we're also noticing it in ourselves, how for the last few days, a bit of irritability, a bit of sadness out of nowhere, and just seeing how we perhaps might be reacting and almost laughing at ourselves, laughing at the human way of reacting we have been expressing, and not in a laughing at us to put ourselves down, but in it is humor, for it is very strange how we give things that don't exist so much power to make us feel a certain way, right? Thoughts and concepts, literally immaterial things, we give so much power to affect us in such profound ways. And it's a bit silly of us, isn't it? So it is us releasing and allowing ourselves to be so fully and wholly within Source and exploring. So how does the true frequency of us feel like? What does it want to do? How do relationships really, how are relationships going to emerge? How are relationships what we even consider relationships? You know, when we think, are we going to have a partner? Is it what we thought, or is it a completely different understanding of partnerships? So it is a complete releasing of how you have experienced your human way of being, understanding that where you are going now, you're going to experience a whole new level of being, which is completely different. So the more you embrace the unknown and the more you release the ideas of you and the ideas of how people should be in your life and the ideas of future interactions and the ideas, release the ideas and simply float within the unknown, trusting that Source, you're going to bring all this beautiful magic and abundance, this beautiful creative stuff, this work, this career, this relationship, this partnership, this home, this success, whatever it is, you're going to bring it through, and we're going to discover how it becomes, how it develops. We no longer have these set parameters or set ways. We are allowing a fluidity. And because you are doing this, because you're expanding in this way, because you are awakening in this way, there's a bit of a mourning, a releasing, a sadness, almost like a bittersweet sadness, as you release the world which you once knew and come into the truth of you, because it is a rebirth, it is a death of that which you were. So be at ease and be gentle as you allow yourself the death of you and embrace the becoming, the renewal, the awakening of you. Okay, that was just a message that was really coming through strongly. It's been in our frequency for a while, and we knew it would come out in some of these readings, and it seems that September is the time for this beautiful energy of crossover, which makes sense as we are going into spring here in the southern hemisphere. So new understanding, new life, new experiences, new growth, a renewal. And of course the northern hemisphere going into autumn, a releasing and letting go and a cleansing. And of course it's not limited to those frequencies. Both of the hemispheres are experiencing a mixture, amalgamation of the spring and autumn energies. Okay, let us see what's coming through September. What's coming through September 2023, Source? We are hoping for some magic, for some good energy, some blessings, a positive outcome or two, a breakthrough while we're at it. So Source, let's see what's coming through for each and every single one of us. We would absolutely love a beautiful, positive shift for all of us who have been doing this work, right? Let's see. Okay, the thinking woman, yes. 47, this goes down to an 11, okay? 11 goes down to that 2, which is the high priestess frequency, the shadow, the unknown. The truth of the unknown emerges. The truth of your soul emerges. The absolute authentic truth of you, the butterfly frequency, that which you were born to be, that which you is in the very frequency of your source energy, how you were to materialize should you have not had to go through the conditioning process. Remember, the conditioning process and the programming was for the healing, for that is how things happen here on earth. So the only way we could heal from it was to experience it ourselves and then transmute it, break free from it, and awaken from that control, from that egoic illusion, entrapment of existence. So We release that. We're not angry at the programming. We're no longer angry at the conditioning. We're no longer angry at how this realm works, right? We've released it. We've released understanding that's why we're here. So now it is time in September, 11:47. 11 is that manifestation, a portal opening to the harmony, the balancing, the spirit side of you manifesting in the physical, the truth of you becoming, you receiving the truth of your manifest form, the truth of your existence, the truth of your frequency, the truth of your existence, of your healing, of your understanding, of your purpose, of your destiny. 4, foundation, grounding, stable, sturdy, fair, grounded energies in 7, spiritual number, a balancing to source, a foundation, a grounding to source. And we feel this energy quite powerfully, which is why there's such a letting go of that which was the illusion of you, and a rebirth and awakening of the deepest truth. And this isn't just, a hint of the truth. With the thinking woman, which is the Queen of Swords energy, this is the true. This is the depth of you. This is your core source awakening, which is why it's quite a thorough releasing of the old and a complete embracing of source, of the new. Very powerful energies in September. We encourage each and every single one of you to embrace the Queen of Cups energy alongside this Queen of Swords energy. It allows a tenderness, a gentility, a care, a nurture as you allow yourself the truth of you, rather as you allow the truth of you to emerge, right? For the truth of you, you coming into the true experiencing of you, what does it mean? Well, a lot of that which you used to do will be gone. A lot of that which you thought you wanted will be released. A lot of that which you thought you wanted to express, or you thought you would be expressing yourself in this way, is released. And that's not easy at times, right? To release that way of understanding. Oh, so I really thought a relationship was like this, because that's what we keep seeing in the world. And we keep seeing the references. We keep seeing people around us having relationships in this way. And we are hoping to have a high frequency of a relationship in that way. And that's why it's so saying, don't hope to have a high frequency of what you see. Rather, allow your higher frequency to manifest something new which you will see, something new which you will be, something new which you will experience and participate in. Release the reference points of the illusion. Don't see what's happening and think, I want a better version of what's happening. It's also saying, no, that's what's happening is not really where you are, where you vibe. Whatever version of it is not where you vibe. Rather, allow yourself to be in source, allow yourself to be in your truth, allow yourself to be in your becoming, allow yourself to be open and curious and loving and tender and caring and gentle and authentic and expressive and happy and love and serene. Just be your beautiful self and allow a completely new experiencing, interaction, co-creation, expression, existence of these energies which you have experienced here on earth. It's a new way of seeing, a new way of feeling, of touching, of experiencing, of engaging, okay? And that's the subtle difference. So instead of seeing, oh, okay, so relationship is like this person and this person, they meet and then, you do this and then you build a home together. I just want the best version of that. So also saying, oh, don't use that storyline. Allow yourself to discover a whole new storyline of how your love wants to be. We trust this makes sense. It does take a bit of a shift in understanding and perception, and we do believe each of you are having an understanding of this in your own unique way. Let's pull some tarot. Vitries dalovatus kiazo turka lavatries kato, kilivias tares kiaturos dalavatries, kivioturos dalavatas kiturka lazitries kazik, kiturka latares kiakikor kalaturka lavatries. It takes faith and belief and trust in that which is your soul, manifesting what you want in perfect harmony and resonance and love to you. It is you believing without doubt that the path you are shown, the path you are guided to, is and will be your highest happiness, your highest abundance, even though you are not familiar with it, even though it feels and looks completely contrary to what you had ever believed would be what you want in happiness, in life, in existence. It is a complete trust in your soul, in your source, to manifest that which you will enjoy greatly, with you discovering it, not with you knowing what it will be, not with you directing it, and trusting that you will be whole and you will be full and you will be content and happy and joyous in celebration, even though what you're experiencing doesn't at all look like or feel like what you thought would be love, happiness, and joy to you. It is taking that script, that book you thought you were going to live, and allowing all that was written to be erased, blank pages. And each moment you live, that is when the script is written. Not before, but as you experience. It is almost a journaling as opposed to a foretelling. It is a moment-to-moment account of what is happening to you in that moment as you discover it, as opposed to a preempted version which you are bettering to suit you. Okay. Ooh, potency, the Ace of Wands. New path, new exploration. This is you weaving your magic. This is you manifesting a reality which is of your own. This is you creating with source energy, with the fires of source, the fires of creation, the fires of love themselves. This is complete alchemy through abundance, through success, through love, through all energies which resonate with you as a happiness, as a joy, as a contentment, as a satisfaction, as a wholeness. For this is you awakening to that which you were uniquely born to be, which you are, your source, literally becoming and expressing itself fully and completely and wholly anew in this physical realm, and you simply trusting and enjoying and exploring this world by exploring you and exploring this whole new story which is being written by your soul, not by conditioning, not by external factors, not by obligations, not by people around you, not by conditioned emotions, not by your ideas, not by your projections, not by your own conclusions, but by source within, and you observing, and you receiving, and you allowing, and you embracing, and you becoming, and you enjoying existing. It's a powerful, powerful healing to not only yourself, but to humanity. Which is why Source is saying, be gentle. The path of healing you chose is profound, as it breaks down everything that was completely until it is nullified. There is nothing of the way humans create which will be in your new existence of creation, okay? It is blank canvas and then you create. No reference points. And it is a powerful thing. Okay. And look, content, Source is saying, believe that this new path, which is awakening for you, oh, you are gonna be so happy, so content. It's a wish fulfillment. You are satisfied, you are happy, you are rich, and it allows more. It's a moreness. It's not that content of, oh, I've had enough, now I retire, and then, no, it's, ooh, so much is happening, it's so rich, and there's more coming through, and it's even richer. No, there's more coming in, and ooh, I'm changing, ooh, and now I'm completely new again. Wow, with more things, how delicious. And it is this forever expansive, expressive enjoyment of you, because you no longer have a narrative of what has been according to humanity. You're no longer deciding, oh, at this age I'll retire. Oh, when I'm this form and this way I can only do this. Oh, there's no limitation. It's complete evolution and change, limitless creation of Source, and you will be looked after. Source is really bringing this so profoundly. It is not easy. For example, and this does not mean it's going to happen your way, it is simply what Source is showing us. When you were born, or just in society, you have an idea. Okay, Source is saying, Velastri, let's really use yourself as an example. Okay, so here we are, and we were born in a small town where we were not allowed to express our sexuality. We had certain rules and ways to be. It was also quite a racist town when we grew up, so it was just not a comfortable place to grow up in, but we made the most of it. And something within us just told us, you know what, don't worry, in the future you'll be able to express yourself the way you want to. So growing up for the first 18 years, we were being what people expected us to be, putting on a show, pretending, not engaging in any relationships, not understanding or knowing anything, just really being floating around, not really wanting much attention upon us, right? And then we go to tertiary, so university, far away from our upbringing space, and now we express, now we explore, now finally we can really explore our sexuality and what it means. We can now finally be, because now we're free, we're away from those limiting factors. And because we're away from those limiting factors, we're now experiencing even more richness, and we're making now conclusions, because how we were made us a certain way, and now we're breaking free from those ways. And now here, when we're exploring in our young adult years, we're becoming free, we're becoming fluid, we're becoming a lot more expressive, and we are breaking free from the limitations of our upbringing, and now embracing what we now believe is the way which we would want to be, the way in which we'd want to express ourselves, the way in which we feel, this must be life. And then, of course, awakening. Oh, wait, we're actually not even from here. And even in that awakening process, and even now as we're awakening and we're healing, still having those thoughts, okay, well, Source, we love that we're coming back to our truth. We love that we've come back to the space and we're releasing all that is human. And we look forward, Source, to now experiencing a relationship, a partnership, a love, now in our highest frequency like this. And Source is saying, but look at the reference point, Velastri. You are using your upbringing where you couldn't express any of yourself, Then you're using your young adulthood where you went wild, and then also your awakening process where you are now sort of understanding what you would want, but you're still envisioning it in you're going to meet this person and you're going to come together and we are going to experience a love or an interaction or an engagement or a partnership, which I have a reference point to because of books, because of movies, because of people, because of experience, because of people around me, but it's going to be at a velocity, at a higher frequency kind of level. And so also saying, look at how you are now taking velocity, your highest self, and you are still slotting it into the way in which humans have formed relationships. And yes, we are very well meaning by thinking we're going to have a higher frequency of how humans see relationships. And Source is saying, and yet you are still tethering the idea of relationship to how humans have told it for many, many years. We are to release the understanding of partnership and relationship completely. Because where we are from, we have no idea how it looks like. And it doesn't mean we deny ourselves this human experience of partnership and relationship, for we understand that this realm is very physical. But it is to still allow that which we organically are from, our frequency, from whatever universe, whatever dimension, whatever reality we are from, to allow that pure frequency to show us in this physical form how it would align to a relationship and a partner. And we have also been experiencing, okay, so we're no longer turned on by physical and by just people in general. It's fascinating. And we realize, okay, we have been programmed for so long to be turned on by the physical and physical attributes and physical behavior and personality and charm and words and even maybe levels of awakening now. And sources saying that, and we feel that no longer resonates. And sources saying, no, you are to now tap into the sacral chakra and reawaken your innermost desire, reawaken what intimacy, sexuality, what turns us on from the frequency of velocity of our multi-vibrational frequency of wherever we're from. We're going to awaken that here on earth. Allow that energy to turn us on. Allow that energy to inspire us, to ignite us, to bring that passion and that feeling of butterflies and attraction. We're going to let that bring it on, and then we're going to allow that frequency to attract whatever physical manifestation is going to match that frequency. And because we have no idea how truly velocity in terms of relationship, sexuality, sensuality is, we have no idea where we are from in that universe, how on earth we vibe with people, zero clue. So we are now to awaken the energy of how we vibe there within us here, and then witness how that vibration manifests in a relationship or partnership sense, even if that's a thing. We have no idea. We have no idea what kind of, or how, or zero. It's going to be discovered, you see. And we will, of course, as we said, there's many things that we have been receiving, and that's one of the things we are going to be teaching. It's a connection back to the sacral chakra, back to your highest frequency, staying there, being turned on from there, in not only partnerships and sensuality and sexuality, even though the way we're going to be teaching this is going to be primarily there for, that's really the core to really start engaging. That's what really needs to be healed, that idea of a partnership, of romance, of sexuality, of intimacy. There's a huge healing there, and that's where Source would like us to almost pin down to focus on. But in doing so, it will also not only bring through the experiences within relationships and partnerships, but also just physical experiencing of things, physical engagement of things. Because now that we learn how to truly honor the sacral, honor the source, let source within us turn us on, let the frequency within us be what excites us, let the frequency within us be what nurtures us, let the frequency within us be what is the most delicious and wonderful experiencing of everything, and then allowing that frequency to manifest in the physical, no longer letting the physical direct where that frequency goes, no longer letting the physical be responsible for that turning on feeling, for that inspiration, for that passion, but rather completely sitting in within our frequency, letting that be the spark that is everything. And most of you will be feeling it. Only worldly, superficial things no longer intrigue us, do no longer entertain us, no longer thrill us, right? And that's what I was also saying. That's because that's no longer where you're creating from. And it's time for us to now really tap into that frequency and awaken it in the physical, so that now the physical takes the shape of your unique frequency. And we'll be offering that in a way which will make sense as we begin. We shall be beginning that actually in September, and as soon as we do, we will let you all know where you can join us for that. But we are feeling that energy really being quite important, as in for each of you to understand. It is really, really to the depths of you releasing what you think it is to be human, what you think a relationship looks like or how it feels like, what you think a human physical experience is. Because everything that has been manifesting so far has been of the illusion. No matter how beautiful and wonderful and successful and good and loving, still illusion. And it is time for you now to connect to your innermost presence and literally be shown how this physical realm is meant to look like uniquely for you, is meant to be experienced uniquely for you, is meant to unfold uniquely for you. Feel, touch, taste, dance. What is even dance anymore? We do not know. You're going to discover what it is uniquely for you. And to trust that you will be so happy. It just requires you to release what you think will make you happy. We as Velastri, we had to release what kind of relationship we think we want with someone, how we think we want them to be, how we think we want to engage with each other. All of that, zip. We have no idea what's going to turn us on, who's going to turn us on, and how they're going to turn us on, and how we're going to feel, and how they're going to be, and how it's going to look like, and how we are going to live. All of that, zero. It's blank. Because every time we try to explore and fantasize, it doesn't feel right. It feels we are using the tools, we're using the paint, colors, the mediums which we have already known, and that's all of the illusion. That's why we can't create even a daydream that is enough to stimulate us or turn us on or make us excited or happy or anticipate, because we keep using ingredients of the world. we need to use ingredients of velastri, of our source, but we have no idea, do they even have ingredients? So all we can do is just be open and anticipate that it's going to be amazing, however it manifests. Okay. We trust that made sense, beautiful beings. You are doing a powerful healing, and that is why it takes a certain caliber of soul to take on this earth mission, as each and every single one of you has. And a lot of the work, as you are becoming aware of, is the releasing of what you think will bring you happiness, of what you think you want. It doesn't mean it won't happen, nor does it mean it won't happen in the way that you think it's going to happen. It's just allow it to be a discovery as much as you can, because that allows it to honor your source most accurately. But as soon as you have some sort of perception or idea or some sort of preconceived way of believing it has to be, then you limit it and you throw your soul completely right off. Okay, just give us a moment. We have done some. Okay, we just had bumped the camera there. We trust it is back to alignment. Let us continue, Source. What else are we bringing through? So the big powerful message is allow for the new, allow for the new, allow for the new, and trust. You have no idea how it's going to look like. You have no idea where it's from. You have zero idea. Completely the unknown, but guess what? You're going to be happy, you're going to be content, you're going to be satisfied. Just trust. Look, and 4, Emperor. And it is truly how you now, you see how you truly, how your soul, how your frequency truly is to explore the physical realm. Because the Emperor is the divine masculine frequency, the physical is Mars, that action energy. And it's you now saying we are completely aligning to source within and allowing that frequency to create the world, the realm in which we are engaging in. And this is you really feeling on top of the world. This is you feeling in control. This is you finally feeling that this is your story. It's your life. It's no longer, you see, Source is saying the way everything you in this world and the way it looks like and how people have decided is success and is achievement and is wealth and is healing, it's all somebody else's idea. It's all a narrative which has been reproduced and reproduced centuries after centuries after centuries. It's not original. It's people trying to better someone's storyline. Someone started with a sentence, and centuries people have been trying to better that sentence, as opposed to a new sentence being born each and every single time. And this is Source saying, this is you now creating your own sentence, your own book, your own world, your own version, your own reality, your own experiences. So the world and the interactions and the engagements and the things you're experiencing on earth really, truly, deeply resonate with you. They are of you. They are born of you. So you feel in charge. And it's a whole new way of feeling in charge. It's not a feeling in charge like, oh, I'm on top of my, I'm on top of my bills, I'm on top of, because all that's still human stuff. It's, you are literally witnessing the physical realm take on your shape, take on your form, take on your soul. So of course, everything is covered. Of course, all expenses are met. Of course, everything is done because it is literally the physical creating you. So abundance and love and fulfillment is assured. 2020 perfect vision. You're finally seeing yourself perfectly in the physical realm because the physical is honoring, mirroring you. You can actually literally learn from what you are engaging in each day because it is honoring you. It is reflecting you as source, as love, as truth. Princess of Swords, control. This is the Page of Swords energy. New ideas, new inspiration, new perception, new ways, new realities, new realms. Look at how the sword is clearing this, right? This was the old realm of illusion, and look at how your crystalline energy is clearing it, creating a whole new reality, a new world. And this new world, this new experiencing, this new understanding, this new way of you experiencing relationships, of you experiencing work, careers, shopping, walking, running, relaxation, whatever it is, this new way of you just being, mirrors the night. You're so sad. You're satisfied, it completes you, and not that you are lacking. It's a full circle. It's a wholeness to it. It's a richness to it. It makes sense. It's not something, manifesting and then, oh, now I have to still do this. It leaves a bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. It, something falls out and you still have to juggle something. It's not really working out. No, it's something manifesting, and every single detail, every single thing meets you, aligns with you, allows you, reflects you, resonates with you, embraces you, is you. Wow. And that is why it also feels so almost unbelievable, because it is literally creating in a way humans have not created. It is completely, it's a different realm. It's a different way. Okay, the caterpillar and butterflies are two, yes, the same being in terms of that caterpillar is that butterfly. That butterfly was that caterpillar. But two very different lives. One is crawling along the leaves, eating the leaves. The other one is flying pollen. Do you see what we mean by two very different ways of experiencing? It's that kind of transformation you are to fully embrace. If the butterfly is still caught up by how it should still look like, or how things of the caterpillar, if a butterfly is saying, hey, I'm still going to meet a caterpillar, I'm going to meet my other partner butterfly, but we're going to meet while we are munching on a leaf because that's the reference point, it doesn't work. As opposed to, I have no idea, but I know I'm going to meet someone. Oh, goodness, on a rose? Okay, what is a rose? I have no idea, but it smells amazing. Look at this pollen. What is this? We're covered in pollen. Did you know what pollen is? And now both of you with your partner butterfly are tripping out on the discovery of pollen together. Stuff like that. It's completely just new. Okay. Which is why there's a bit of almost like a sadness for some of you, because it's a complete mourning of what was, okay? And just embrace it and let go. Don't become the sadness. Just be aware and, okay, I see now. I see the shift. I see that I am sad over my deep letting go. It's no longer this functional, I'm letting go of that, release. This is a deep letting go of the deep frequencies, the deep light codes, the deep encoding of the conditioning being released in order to allow the new codes, the new mechanisms of creation, the new fabric, the fibers of manifestation to now anchor into your frequency. And look, the Lovers. 6, harmony, balance, frequency, divine love. Divine love, divine love, divine love, divine love. You now creating from divine love, through divine love, the frequency divine love, where you are finally the spirit honor source masculine, physical honor source you honor source completely, and the physical takes on the shape of source completely. A whole new path creating through divine love. Ace is a 1-6-7 balancing to source, where the physical takes the shape of source, where your experiencing is of source, and you are source. Don't forget that you are source. Don't think the source is this in frequency apart from you, above, governing and controlling. No, you are source. So it's the physical taking the shape of you. Of you. A you have never been allowed to experience. A you were conditioned to fear. A you were conditioned to bury, to run away from. Your inner child imprisoned, now set free. Now free to run, explore, to discover. You're no longer being told that's the color red by people who decided that color we're going to call it red. You are now seeing this color and you're feeling it as a different name completely. You've actually released it from the name. You're simply receiving it as a vibration. That is where you are being reset, at the core of creation. Allow this. Embrace this. For this allows you to discover, okay, we've always known we're not human. We've always felt we're different. We're not from this place. We're from a different place altogether. We feel that since we're young. We've known we're magic. And now it's time to embrace that magic. It's time to discover, where does that magic come from, and how does that magic look like, and what does that magic think of this world, or rather, how does this magic become this world? How does it manifest into a world? How does it manifest into physical? September is going to be interesting. September is going to be quite a powerful one for each of you. Profound release and a profound newness, reclaiming of your deepest truth, of your deepest source, of your core frequency of creation. Blessed be.